Hi everyone, this is a pick a card reading for what's coming in November 2021. So I hope you are all doing very, very well. And if you're not, I hope this reading gives you some kind of insight as to what's to come for the month ahead. So I really hope that this somehow helps. So we have here these four beautiful piles. So if you are really drawn to one of them, then it's probably going to be the pile for you. If you're drawn to more than one, that's totally fine. You can watch more than one if you wanted to. The timestamps are down below, so yeah, you can check them out down below, and there's also actually loads of other information down below as well. So I'll go through that. Actually, I'll mention that in just a second, but I wanted to say that this is pile number 1, pile number 2, pile 3, and also pile number 4. So yeah, 1, 2, 3 and 4 timestamps are down below. You can click on it and then it will take you to the reading that you would like to watch. And I just wanted to mention that if you would like to win a free reading with me, check out the description box below, since I do a giveaway every single month. If you would like to purchase a private paid reading, information is also down below as well. They're done with me within 12 to 24 hours, so definitely do check those out if you're interested, as I offer personal readings. And there's also the intention manifesting items on my website, which thousands of people have seen results with. So there's items such as bracelets, necklaces, anklets, pom-poms, tassels, embroidered cards which you can put under your pillow, your wallet or your purse. So this is the heart chakra embroidered card, as you can see, completely hand embroidered. These items are meditated with and saged, and they are really, really unique. You're not going to find these kind of things anywhere else because they are handmade. There's also intention pouches with different spices and herbs, again, to manifest different desires. There's so many different intentions on my website. The review section is at the bottom of my website, and there's also intention candles as well, which I'll show you. So this is actually my one, which I burn. So there's, for example, there's so many different intentions for like career, love, success, manifesting your wishes, protection, etc. So these are handmade, hand poured, and I've actually started to use mine as well. They actually come with flowers on the top, and naturally as you burn it, they do sort of go down. But yeah, I burnt mine for an hour actually in one of the readings, and barely any of it is even gone because they last a really long time. So these are intention candles which smell incredible. They're 100% natural, and also they are safety tested, which was really important to me as well. Okay, so let's begin. Okay, so we'll start first with group 1. I'm just going to move the other groups to the side. Okay. Oh, sorry. All right. All right, group number 1, let's have a look and see what November of 2021 is bringing to you. We're going to have a look and see. All right, so you have chosen this beautiful blue crystal. I'm going to put it right there. And let's take a look and see. So your main card here is the Hierophant. Look at that. All right, so what I see here, actually, group number 1, the big theme for your month is the fact that there is a lot of emphasis and focus on stability. You're going to be thinking about how you can further stabilize your life. That is literally what I'm seeing. So you may be thinking a lot about making some kind of career switch, perhaps building your own business, also thinking about marriage, commitment, what you want for the future. And the kind of relationships that you also are accepting in your life, and the kinds of things that maybe you have to let go in order to basically have more stability. So I feel that many of you are contemplating what you need to do in November. And what I think also is happening here is that you may be getting certain opportunities in regards to this. So there could be someone that tells you like, hey, look, maybe you could go on a date with this person. And there could be someone else, you may even get an email in your inbox who, with a person who says to you, what do you think about this opportunity? Do you want to apply? I think this could be really great for you. So it's almost like you're getting opportunities come towards you in regards to stability, which is the Hierophant and the Taurus energy. So the Taurus energy, we know, can sometimes be a little bit stubborn. I feel like some of you in November, you'll be like, I know my standards, I know what I want to achieve, and I'm not going to achieve anything less. It's you putting yourself first. It's you knowing full well what you want, and I think that November here gives you power, it gives you energy, it allows you to know what you're worth and not to also accept anything less, and that includes with friendships as well. You're just not wanting to accept anything less than you deserve. you're not wanting that for yourself, because you also wouldn't want that, you know, in that sense. So the Hierophant is your big takeaway card here. Let's have a look at tarot and see what else we have here. I was going to grab some oracle cards as well, which I didn't grab, but I have them on my shelf, so I'll just go and grab them in a little bit. Magician. I'm using another deck because obviously I use this one for the main cards, because then if I use the actual same deck, they have cards missing, because obviously I've used them for the other piles, you know what I mean? So I thought I'd use another tarot deck for this, so we use the full pile rather than 3 other cards that are missing because they're in the other piles, you know what I mean? So, wow, look at this, Major Arcanas. Strength, 7 of Pentacles, yeah, there's definitely romantic interest as well that I really do pick up on. By the way, the Magician is beautiful because, you know, Mercury retrograde is out of the picture. In November it's done, okay? The shadow period is also gone, like it's done. So that actually is really, really nice, because this goes to shows that for those of you that faced, oh my god, I can't even speak today. I'm filming this during a Mercury retrograde. I it's one of those things, especially because I'm so ruled by Mercury in my birth chart. So for those of you that dealt with delays in October, you felt like, you know, no matter how much you tried to do certain things, things always got in the way. Even something so simple as like emailing someone or trying to make plans was just not happening, you know. In November, things are happening, okay? Things are getting back on track. You're not having those kinds of delays and things like that. Things are really progressive, I would say, in November. You feel very happy with the direction which things are going in, again, towards more stability, more fulfillment, and more joy in that sense. So you seem to feel just so much happier, I would say, in terms of like everything that's going on, which I think, again, is just great to see. We also see here the 7 of Pentacles as a ton of reflection towards your personal growth, because I just feel here that, again, with the Hierophant energy, it's literally exactly what I just mentioned, which is that you don't want to do things that you don't want to do. You just don't want to force yourself to do certain things that you know are not for you. And I just see here as well, the 7 of Pentacles, honestly, like letting things naturally grow in November is the best thing that you can do. So I definitely recommend that, because the sun goes into Sagittarius on the 22nd. You're going to have a lot of that fiery energy that comes your way after the 22nd, where you're going to be coming up with certain ideas. You may come up with ideas to make your own business, or how you can grow your business, or how you want to flourish in, you know, a work environment, the things that you want to do, the things that you don't want to do. You'll have so much energy after the 22nd that you will start to recognize exactly what you want to do and what you don't want to do, right? So especially if you've been confused on certain things that you couldn't really make your mind up on before, you'll be able to make your mind up a lot more during this period of time. And also in November, again, I see that there is someone here that does have an interest towards you romantically, and you may even be introduced to someone romantically. Remember when I mentioned early on with the Hierophant that there could be someone that's like, hey, you should, you know, maybe date so-and-so. There's that kind of energy here where opportunities are coming to you. So I don't see you having to like go out and search for everything. I very much so feel actually that these opportunities can come towards you without you having to like force them or constantly make them happen. It seems to me like these opportunities are actually really progressive for you, where they come together for you, you know. And I think that that's really progressive. I'm just pulling my microphone closer to me, actually. That's what I'm doing. So yeah, Strength card, progressive. And I think that actually it's really, really great to see. It's really nice. Brilliant. So yeah, you feel really strong. You feel happy. For those of you that have, you know, had difficult moments and challenges, I just feel like you're going to feel so much more courageous, and you're going to feel like, you know what, I can do this. I can get through this month. I got this. And especially with Temperance as well, you seem to have a lot of protection around you. You may start to see a lot of feathers, especially. That goes to show that you're being protected from your angels. As in, you're not being protected from your angels, you're being protected, and it's a sign from your angels. That's what I meant. So I thought I'd mention that, because look, even at the top of the Ace of Cups, you have this bird here, you know. So again, that sort of aspect of feathers is coming through there as well. Magician, lots of ease of communication. Like, communication is definitely easing, especially in October. You have the whole Mercury retrograde, kind of crazy, you know. So things are easing up, things are becoming so much better in that sense, and you'll feel much happier as well. There you go, Ace of Swords. That's literally the communication energy there. There you go. There you literally go. So it just goes to show that this particular month for you is really progressive. I also feel like there's a heart-to-heart conversation that's going to happen with someone romantically as well. So if you've been kind of wondering as to where you stand with someone, and you're like, I don't even know like where I stand with them, I don't know what they even want to say to me, I don't know if they even care about me, I don't even know if they like me. Well, there seems to be a heart-to-heart conversation here with the Ace of Cups. And again, opportunities are coming your way towards furthering your stability. Some of you may feel like, oh, just, I'm doing what I'm doing, and now all of these opportunities are coming. Why? Sometimes when everything comes, it all comes at once. And sometimes when things are not there, it's like, where is my abundance, because there can be nothing. So essentially November is a month where a lot is coming towards you, and you've even got Mercury conjunct Mars on the 10th, which I think is really interesting, because this just goes to show that this is about putting words and thoughts into action. And that's what I see here with the Magician, is that a lot of the things that you've been thinking and pondering about, you're starting to put them into action with tons of courage and stability, and opportunities are coming your way, progression is coming your way, Sun going into Sagittarius, but also then Mercury enters Sagittarius, right? So this is Mercury going also into Sagittarius. So this just goes to show as well that there's just a very significant aspect here to trusting your intuition, and to know your own truth, to believe in yourself, which is what you're going to be doing in November. You're going to believe in yourself and your ambitions, your choices, and your hard work, and you're going to make something out of it. That's what I see here. That's why I see many of you really entering into a period of time where you're focusing on stability, you're focusing on your finances, you're focusing on building something, you're focusing on romance and love and what you want your life to be in that sense, right? So a lot of the energy and the time that you spend in November is focused on these aspects from what I see. Now I need to grab the oracle cards, so 1 second. Let me just go grab them. Okay, well I want to grab these ones, so I'm going to grab them. I haven't used them for a while actually. Okay. Actually, I'm going to grab these as well. One second. I am here. I'm going to grab both of these. Let's do like 2 different sets of oracle cards. I haven't used these in ages. I used to use these all the time. Well, we can use them today. And then these ones, which I just recently got. Really pretty. Okay, let's have a look and see. Okay. Wow. Ooh. So this one says, look to the stars. I mean, we did talk a lot about, well, when I say we, me, I did talk a lot about astrology, right? And how astrology is really connecting you to the things happening in November. So I actually think that's really, really powerful in many ways. Everything that's sort of happening in November is astrologically also quite heavily related to you. So you may think to yourself like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense with my birth chart and, where my sun is or where my rising is, or and things like that. So I definitely feel here that what's happening astrologically in November is impacting you quite a bit, but towards your stability, which actually I think is really beautiful. And also looking towards the stars can be really therapeutic. It can be really interesting. Some of you may see shooting stars. Some of you may also see like some very interesting like patterns or things like that when you look up at the stars. So I think that's really interesting, for example clouds and things like that. So something to keep in mind right there. And then we have this card here which says be nimble. So it says, when we ask for help, we must be open to receiving it. We may be called to be flexible when help arrives in unexpected form. Remember what I mentioned is that people can come to you with opportunities, right? So that's the thing that I really do see here, is that people are going to be offering you opportunities. People are going to be like, hey, what do you think about this? This opportunity could be great for you, or this person could be great for you. There's those kinds of things that I really, from the beginning, I saw for you. And I think that that's quite significant here. So, yeah. when we ask for help, we must be open to receiving it. So that's the thing as well, is that if some of you are, for example, wanting a tarot reading, right? Or you're going to someone wanting their help, you must also be open to it, because sometimes what people want is they just want to be told what they want to hear. So you must also be open to hearing what they actually do say, even if it may not be the best thing for you to hear. You know, if it's constructive, we must still be open to it. It's not just about going to them in hopes for having the perfect answer. It's about actually going to them in hopes of just knowing that whatever they tell us, it is somewhat helpful in that sense. Does that make sense? So if you go for a tarot reading or something, you know, it's not just about sort of, you know, wanting help in the sense that they tell you what you want to hear, but also being open to hear whatever it is that they tell you. So even if you're like clicking around on YouTube for other readings as well, you know, try and like clear what you think you want to know, and instead be open to receiving messages that you receive, even if they may not be the most positive. You know what I mean? So I think that's actually a very important one here as well, is that be open to receiving it. And then the other thing it says, we may be called to be flexible when help arrives in unexpected form. So for example, you know, if you're busy and someone's trying to help you and someone's got opportunities for you, it's about just knowing that, you know what, it's okay that that's happening, even if it may not be the most convenient timing, you know. So that's another thing that I see here, is that it can be unexpected. So you've got number 30 and number 31. I'd keep that in mind for November, even though November only has 30 days, right? From what I can tell. But number 30, it's right at the end of the month, you know, like on the last day, I feel like there can be something really interesting that also happens. So that's what I'm seeing. Also, Mercury is also related to the throat chakra. Sorry, I just like hit the crystal. So the throat chakra, of course, is to do with effective communication, which I see in November. I also see that some of you may get like a really dry mouth because you feel like you're talking so much, or you may find that your jaw clicks because, you know, your jaw is so active and things like that. You may find that, you know, there's like things that you need doing with your teeth or your jaw or your tongue, things like that. So just something to keep in mind. Your neck, for example, these are like really, really activated parts of your body in November. So just keep that in mind, that there could be areas of that are impacting you in November. Something to keep in mind of, you know, in that regard. So this is your reading with me, group number 1. If this resonated with you, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Check out the description box below for information on private paid readings, reading giveaway, and of course intention items, which are on my website. And definitely do take care as well. And I also have TikTok and Instagram. If anyone wants to follow me on there, check out the description box below, as I post on there every single day. Alright, take care everyone. So now we go to group number 2. So I'm just going to take away these cards. Alright. Alright, group number 2, this is your reading for what's coming in November 2021. We're going to have a look, see what's coming through. So you have got the key here, which I think is very, very interesting. I'm going to put the key right there, and let's have a look and see what your main message is, and it is Judgment. Okay, Judgment is ruled by Pluto and Scorpio. These are very, very interesting signs, because this also goes to show that there's going to be a major transformation that happens in November in your life, okay? So Pluto is about total change. It is about healing. It is about rebirth. You're becoming stronger. You are also going to have a big decision to make in the month of November, which I'm really interested to check out what that big decision is all about. So let's take a look and see what's coming through with tarot. So I'm just going to grab the tarot cards. I just need to shuffle them as well. 1 second. Okay, so let's have a look. I also have some oracle cards as well, which we'll look into. So we've got the 8 of Wands, we've got the 3 of Wands, we've got the Ace of Swords, we've also got the Queen of Cups, 7 of Wands. I am an upright reader, I thought I just mentioned that as well. We've got here the 4 of Swords, and let's see what the other card here is. We've got a lot of fire energy as well. Now, I'm not surprised by fire energy. Well, there you go. Literally said fire energy and the fire energy came out. So I'm not surprised by this for many reasons, because of course we have got Sagittarius season that starts up in November on the 22nd. But the interesting thing here actually is that, you know, we have got Scorpio season as well. And that was something that we really picked up on quite heavily right here. Now, what I want to say is that there's going to be a decision that you have to make in regards to someone who is going to somehow be returning into your life. Now, I don't want those of you that, like, for example, some of you might be thinking about, oh my God, is that an ex? The thing here is that this is going to be someone who at one point you wanted, right? So at one point you wanted them in your life, could be a friend, could be a family member, but there's someone here that's returning into your life, and this person had a lot of emotional impact on your life. Like, they really, really were impactful. Let's just say that, okay? Because you have got here the Judgment card, and Judgment again is Scorpio, Pluto. These two are so powerful in combination. A lot of people feel like Pluto is just so tiny, non-existent, you know, doesn't even count as a planet anymore. But Pluto is so impactful because I don't know why, you know, it just is, okay? And ultimately, I think that because it's also ruled by Scorpio, there's just this sense of intensity to it, you know, that really, really happens. And what's happening here is that you're feeling a lot of this intensity. In many ways, so many of you are healing. You're like really accepting yourselves in November. You're feeling so much more confident within yourself. You're trying not to feel like everything's your fault. You know, you're just working through issues, you're working through challenges, you're working through problems, you're doing what is best for you. And because you're doing what is best for you, I feel like people who in the past were just not nice to you, or they hurt you, emotionally impacted you so much, they are returning. Okay, now when they return, it's your choice as to what you do. I'm not telling you that you need to accept them. I'm not telling you that you need to have a conversation with them. I'm not telling you that you need to do anything. In fact, you could do nothing. That's totally fine. But I just feel here that because Mercury retrograde has really ended in October, you know, it's given some kind of space and time for these people to digest to digest all of that information and the ways in which they treated you. And now they can sense that you're really healing and becoming stronger again because of Scorpio season. And that is really triggering them because they feel like they're losing you and they've lost you because you are growing and you are not depending on them. You're not, you know, you're really not like, you're not depending on them, you are depending on yourself. And I think that that is so triggering for them. So triggering, trust me. So that's the decision and the choice that you're going to have to make. That is it. That is it. So we go full circle, okay? So the decision and choice you have to make is in regards to this person who is going to be coming back around into your life, had a lot of emotional control over you, well, over your emotions actually, and now they seem to return. And it's your choice whether you want them to be around you or not. That is ultimately your greatest choice. You don't have to do it, right? Other things that are happening in November aside from this person coming back around and, you know, kind of doing that, is that you're going to be feeling so much more consciously stronger. You're going to feel like you've really unlocked, you know, this new version of yourself, which actually I see with a key here as well. You know, you're really unlocking this like new version of you, which I think is just incredible and so powerful and so beautiful. I love seeing personal growth. You know, it's one of those things that is just so incredible. And so, I mean, that's why I love to do what I do. And that's why I also offer private readings, because I can see the personal growth of hundreds of people. It's so incredible. It really is. It's so touching. And I feel like many of you are going to go through a huge transformation where you're going to just feel like, you know what, I love myself, I accept myself. If other people don't see that, that's their problem. That is not my problem. And essentially you're going to really feel very, very connected to your solar plexus chakra. You're going to feel so happy in your self-worth. You're going to have a lot of self-esteem, self-confidence. You're going to feel really, really good about yourself and self-acceptance as well. You'll feel a lot of personal power and inner peace. And, you know, the Queen of Cups has the most incredible cup in tarot. It's that sense of you looking at yourself and being like, wow, I look good today. Wow. You know, I'm proud of my work. You know, I'm proud of that I did that all by myself. It's a sense of validating yourself rather than always needing other people to validate you. There's a real sense of power. There's a real sense of confidence here, especially if in the past you were very codependent and you kind of felt like you needed people to make you feel that way, or you needed that sense of, you know, well, that sense of company all the time. Here you are feeling so happy in your own company and just actually feeling super, super uplifted. content, fulfilled, happy, and really overjoyed as well, which honestly makes me so happy to see that so many of you are going to feel like this. Like through any obstacles and challenges, you are just flourishing. You know, you're becoming stronger, you're taking the initiative to do things for yourself, you're not overly dependent or codependent on anyone else. Four of Swords, many of you are embarking into spiritual practices. You know, for example, you might be meditating, you may be doing Reiki, you may be doing shadow work healing, meditating on your chakras, chakra cleansings, you know, things like that. I mean, a lot of these things I also offer as personal services, so if anyone actually was interested in that, you can check out my website. Everything's linked down below. But you may also embark on this, you know, by yourself. You may go to a local Reiki practitioner and be really interested in having that done, or even learning about it. And you might also pick up, you know, some tarot cards and feel like you want to embark on that. You may be watching a lot of tarot readings, you may be watching a lot of videos on YouTube of different gurus, you know, talking about different topics, whether they're spiritual or non-spiritual. So there's a lot of that sort of embarking on this kind of spiritual journey that I see many of you doing. You might get prayer beads and start to do, you know, mantras where you do the 108, the 108 prayer bead chants and things like that. So I just see that it varies for many of you, but I just feel here that many of you want to feel peace, you want to feel good, you want to feel calm, and a lot of you are recognizing that it all stems from you. It doesn't stem from external validation, it actually stems from you. I think it's so beautiful to see. Beautiful. Okay, wow. November is a month. Okay, November is your month, I'm telling you. Okay, you may also see a lot of 11s as well in November. Remember, 11 is the month of November, number 11, and then also, you know, 1111 is also present in November through the 11th of November. Okay, let's have a look at the oracle cards. Got one here. Ooh, I like how the self-care deck, the card that we got out is also very spiritual, because they're not all spiritual. There are some like cards in here actually which are like, you know, cooking food and things like that. And so basically this one here is actually very spiritual, which is again something that we did talk about, so that's beautiful. By the way, I feel like many of you will see like a really like sudden change in your life when the sun goes into Sagittarius. So of course, you know, in November you have Scorpio season up until the 22nd, and then after the 22nd, sun goes into Sagittarius. So when the sun goes into Sagittarius, that's when you're going to see more of a change in your life, which is going to happen around the 3rd week of November. So that's something I wanted to say with the Three of Wands. But you know, until then, you're going through this huge emotional transformation and rebirth within yourself. Should we take this one? Okay. Wow. Okay, let's start with this one. So this one says number 7, burning bowl ritual. So like I mentioned, many of you are going to dabble into lots of different aspects of spirituality, manifesting, you know, you may even do law of attraction, letting go, things like that. A burning bowl ritual is quite significant because you can write down on a piece of paper the things A, that you either want to manifest, B, that you perhaps want to let go of, or C, the things that annoy you, frustrate you, things that don't serve you, and you can burn those. And it really depends, you know, because for some of you it may be things you want to let go of, and for others it may be like things that you want to, you know, really manifest. So I recommend doing it separately. Like for example, if there are things you want to manifest, doing that separately, and then if there are things you want to let go of, then doing that, you know, and maybe another ritual another time separately. The thing here is that the full moon and the new moon are great times to also do a burning bowl ritual. So I'll actually give you the dates for those as well, because some of you may be interested. A full moon is great for like letting go, and then the new moon is great for starting things, right? So I think that again can really help in terms of like if you're looking for 2 different dates to do 2 different things. So November on the 6th, is it the 6th? One second, hold on, let me just see. I haven't got my glasses on, but no, sorry, it's the 4th. The 4th of November, you've got the new moon in Scorpio. So that's a great time to do a ritual where you are thinking about the things that you actually want to manifest. All right, so it's a really great time. And then on the 19th, you've got the full moon eclipse in Taurus. So it's actually a full moon eclipse. Wow, great time for things that you want to let go of, right? So and also the Taurus energy is to do with stability. In fact, actually, you know, the card in Taurus, the card in tarot, the card in tarot which is Taurus, which is the Hierophant, and the Hierophant actually has keys crossed over in the card as well, which I think is really interesting. So again, this is about the things that you want to, that you want to unlock by basically releasing the things that are sort of blocking you towards that abundance. So that's what I see there. Okay, so that can be great, and I've also given you dates as to when you can do those particular things if you wanted to do it on those days. I mean, you don't have to. Okay, and then we've got here, remove toxicity. So remember, we're talking about manifesting, but also letting go. Yep, balance, right? Duality, it's actually the law of duality. Yep. So we are only treated as badly as we allow ourselves to be, right? We are only treated as badly as we allow ourselves to be. What did we speak about here? Before, there was someone here that really emotionally, by any kind of action that they made, they seemed to have a lot of emotional control over you in that sense, where you would feel, your day could be either really great or really bad depending on how they treated you, or the things they said, or the things that they did. And I think that that's because you really, really did allow yourself to feel that way. But now you're not allowing yourself to feel that way. So I think that this card has so much impact in that sense, where it's what you allow yourself to feel that actually makes a lot of that seem that way. So we just see here this sense of you really removing a lot of that toxic energy in November and sort of freeing yourself from that. So we see here, pay attention to your physical and emotional health and reduce your toxic burdens. So I think that's very important. Remember, we also spoke about the solar plexus chakra. Solar plexus chakra is yellow. It's about positivity. It is about happiness and joy. It is so bright and beautiful. It's like the sun's energy, right? The sun is not depressing and negative and the sun is the sun. The sun feeds life into everything, and I think that is really important. So I definitely recommend things like wearing yellow, eating yellow foods, things like that. For example, that can be just really uplifting as well. Just looking at things that are yellow as well can be really uplifting too. So there's definitely an energy there. The solar plexus chakra actually has this also goes to show that, for example, in previous months, if you've just felt really anxious as well, or you were dealing with someone who made you feel anxious, of course, it can cause your stomach to be upset. It can cause you to feel sick, like physically sick, especially when someone else is doing something and it hurts you. That can actually affect your physical body. So in November, your stomach seems to be a lot more settled. Your liver, your pancreas, gallbladder, your intestines as well, your abdomen. Okay, you get my point, right? These aspects of your body seem to be a lot more settled than when people would make you anxious. So again, we see that element of stability and joy sort of flowing through in that sense as well, which is amazing, really amazing. So it's a positive thing. So you're removing that toxic energy and bringing in more stability. This is transformation, literally a transformative month for you on so many levels. So that is your reading. I really hope this helped you and just gave you lots and lots of clarity and information. Group number 2. If this resonated with you, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Check out the description box below for information on private paid readings, free reading giveaway, and of course intention items, which are on my website, which thousands of people have seen results with. And I also have TikTok and Instagram if anyone wants to follow me on there. Feel free to do so. I post short readings on there every single day. So yeah, thought I'd mention that. All right, take care everyone. So we go now to group 3. Oh, it looks so pretty. Oh, I love this color combination. All right, group number 3. Let's have a look and see November 2021, what we have coming through for you. All right, so let's start here and see what the first card shows us or tells us or gives to us. We have here the Knight of Wands. Wow, what a beautiful card. Look at that. We see here celebration. We see like a party. We see here, is this, I'm not sure what that is. It's like a dragon. It just seems to take you in this really beautiful direction. There's also seems to be gifts as well. It's a really, really beautiful card, which goes to showcase that there's a lot of abundance that I feel is coming your way. And I also feel like November brings you some really interesting gifts, things that are completely unexpected, which I'm really excited to check up on more with the rest of the tarot cards and oracle cards. But I feel like there are some beautiful opportunities here and gifts coming your way. I honestly really feel like November is your month. November seems to be so uplifting and progressive, and there's a reason to celebrate here from what I see. So let's see what more we can pick up on, because that is exciting. Wow. Okay, let's keep going. This is really amazing. All right, let's have a look. Group 3, November. High Priestess. Yeah, look at this. You got a dragon also in this card as well. Castle. Yeah. Both of these cards seem to be connected in terms of like gifts and abundance and joy and happiness. I mean, for those of you that have birthdays in November, I mean, it would make a lot of sense, you know. I mean, not to everyone, you know, not everybody does gifts and parties and things like that, you know, not everyone does. In fact, I don't really do that either, you know, but but it just seems to be like a really amazing month that regardless of whether it's your birthday or not in November, I just feel here that there are lots of things that, like, for example, you want to achieve and you want to manifest, which are starting to really come through. So for example, I really see here that if you are, you know, studying or you're working, you're starting to feel like the things that you wanted in terms of your goals and your dreams, they're starting to manifest, where you might be thinking to yourself, you know what, I might be able to afford, you know, to go to a bigger place. I may be able to afford to go traveling a lot sooner than I had anticipated. I may be able to afford this instead of that. I may be able to spend a little bit more money on the things that I want to, rather than having to continuously budget. So there's an increase that I pick up on here. I also see more money, but I see a lot. I can't even speak today. Wow. I just see a lot of stability, and that's really the biggest thing, especially with the High Priestess and the Empress. So whether you're male or female, I read energies in tarot, not specifically genders. And of course the Empress here shows there's this sense of feeling really loved and feeling really happy and so content, to the point where you just don't feel stressed. Your stress just non-existent. You feel like you can achieve the dreams that you want to. Many of you are going to have really heightened dreams, because the High Priestess is also very much so the energy of dreams, signs, synchronicities, and intuition. So your third eye is going to be on fire, literally to the point where you could be sleeping and you're coming up with business ideas in your head. You're coming up with ideas for things that you're going to do in the day in your head. You are going to feel so spiritually awakened, to the point where you may even be able to avoid certain obstacles and challenges, because you just know what you're doing. And I think that that is so powerful, so incredible. You will just kind of feel like, okay, I'm going to go down this direction. I don't need to ask anyone. I just feel good about it. And it feels good because it actually works out. So I just feel like so many of you are like completely trusting yourself. You're going in the right direction. You're getting dreams that take you in the right direction. You might be having daydreams which take you in the right direction. You're really going in a direction that feels good, that you feel happy in, that you feel content in, and it just seems to be giving you so much more abundance. You may even think to yourself, you know what, I just feel like I want to talk to that person. I'm going to go and talk to them. And then your confidence and the way that you come across can really just entice them, and I'm going to say something really interesting. It can seduce them. It's true. I really do feel like that your energy here is so powerful, to the point where people will pick up on it and they'll be like, oh my gosh, you are so interesting. Tell me more. And it's just that your self-confidence seems to really do something also to you, where you feel like, you know what, I can achieve my goals, nothing can stop me. Not in an egoistic way, because I feel like you're very aware of like risks and challenges and things like that. But you just feel like, you know what, it's now or never. Like I've got to go do this, you know, and I don't want to hold back anymore. And I think that also because your third eye is so activated, you fully are trusting yourself, and it's like you're trusting the universe, you're trusting, you know, the higher powers, you're trusting your ancestors and your spirit guides and your angels, and you just know that this is right for you, and this is good for you. So, it's so amazing. I feel like there are going to be people here that can like send you a gift or send you money, or that you can receive things unexpectedly. I definitely feel like, you know, you might be getting letters, things like that. Some of you may even get like letters of acceptance for things that you had applied for. You may get money that you were waiting for. You're going to get some kind of abundance that you have obviously been wanting. It's beautiful. Actually, the sun has just started to shine through the really heavy clouds that were that were there. You can see actually in the video it's pretty, it's decently lighted, but it's just even more lighted now, which I love. Love light. So yeah, nice. Oh, group number 3, tell me what your blessings are here. I mean, I'm telling you, right? But I think that you just know that this resonates with you in November because you'll just feel it, and also you'll see the actual abundance come your way. A lot of you here are like meditating and just trying to keep calm and just look after yourself and put yourself first. And I can see the effect of this that it has on you, where you're just feeling like, you know what, I can do the things that I need to do. I can progress the ways that I need to progress in. And it just feels good. It feels exciting. It feels fulfilling. It feels good. Okay, 2 of Wands here, lots of discoveries in terms of hobbies. You know, I also see here as well this sense of like traveling, where some of you will be like, oh my god, I can do the things that I was once dreaming of. You're going to have an epiphany that a lot of the things that you once manifested are now here in November, and you're going to be like, oh my god, mind blown, right? You're going to be like, whoa. There you go, 9 of Cups. Your desires and your wishes are manifesting. So again, you know, if there's something you applied for, like a job or compensation, things like that, I see here some really positive news. And if some of you have been in legal issues and things like that, I see quite a lot of things starting to be resolved and sorted out, rather than you being completely shut out of these particular things. Oh, the sun is shining. I'm just like trying to cover my face today. Okay, so because it's like the actual window is like over there, so obviously the sun is shining like this, and obviously I'm sitting like this, so it's just like on my face, you know what I mean? So I'm just like, yep, okay, I can feel the sun. So anyways, yeah, actually, do you know what, the sun is literally right there. It's literally just where the full the full points it out. Tarot is pretty incredible, isn't it? So the Fool here shows that some of you may be taking a trip or a journey. It could be very unexpected and spontaneous, right? And I feel like it just gives you so much more of that sort of feeling of happiness and joy and fulfillment, where you just feel like, wow, my abundance and my blessings are coming, and I don't have to like worry so much. Because I feel like in the past, some of you really worried as to whether you could afford certain things and do certain things, and here you are feeling like, wow, I can afford it, you know, it's in my budget, I can do it, I don't have to worry, I don't have to like panic, I don't have to feel like I can't do it, because you can do it, you know what I mean? So the Knight of Swords shows really productive conversations with people around you who are so supportive. So if you felt like people have been so unsupportive in regards to your dreams, or laughing at you, or you mention your ambitions to a colleague or a friend, and they're just like, what? Person's a bit loco. No, they are not going to think you're loco, because they're going to start to see the success that you are having and the hard work you and drive you have to make those things happen. You are not crazy. You are ambitious. You're achieving things. You're making things happen. Brilliant. You know, so brilliant for sure. And I just think that that's so amazing and so beautiful, because you are definitely such a hard-working individual. And that's why I say continue to keep doing what you're doing, because it's working in your favour. You know what I mean? Okay, so let's go with the Oracle cards and see what's coming. I'm just going to pull the microphone even closer to me. 1 second. Oops. Okay, there we go. Right, so let's keep going, see what else we have here. Oh, okay, there we go, and another message card. Okay. Alright, so we have got here, know you are safe. Protection is always available to you. You have all the resources that you need, both within you and around you. So true, isn't it? Now, we know that this color is third eye chakra, right? I've literally been talking about the third eye so much. You are group number 3, third eye, number 3. The number 3 actually I feel is quite significant also to your reading. So just saying, something on the 3rd of November or on the 3rd week, I'm just saying. Out, just to hit my elbow on the table. But yeah, the third eye is really quite significant because I feel like many of you will just know that you are being protected by spirit guides, angels, ancestors, and that, you know, you may even be protected from certain situations that didn't work out before. So you might be thinking to yourself, like, no wonder, like now I know why those things didn't work out, because they just weren't meant to work out. You know, they were not sustainable, they were not progressive, and you know, it was just not gonna happen. Like, it was too difficult, it was too challenging, it was too overwhelming. And now things are working out much more for your highest good, and it's not harming you or hurting you to such a high degree. And I just feel here that things are so much more progressive and so much more better for you. So that purple energy is beautiful. I feel like purple is definitely a strong colour for you here in November as well. I'm just saying, you might see a lot of purple. Purple, of course, is a third eye chakra colour. We also know as well that the first card you got is very heavy in purple too. So there's something about purple. Tell me what it is about purple. It may be your favourite colour, but it may be a colour you see a lot. Just saying. Something about purple. By the way, the third eye actually is, well, actually, do you know what? Two chakras are purple, right? One is the crown chakra, the other one is the third eye. But I would say that the crown chakra is much more violet, and then the third eye is more indigo. But I see them as purple, okay? Just gonna say. But yes, anyways, this is actually connected to your sinuses, your eyes, your nose, your head and your face, I would say, third eye, and your eyebrows, like between your eyebrows, you know, and your nose. So those are areas of your face that you might be thinking a lot about during the course of November. I'm just saying, you know, you might be looking in the mirror and be thinking about your eyes and your nose and your face and things like that. Things to do with like skin, for example, eyesight. You know, you might be pondering, wondering, contemplating. You may have appointments for, you know, your skin, or appointments for your eyesight, you know, just things like that I see here, okay, connected to your third eye. And then we have here make a meal. So that's a self-care card that we have. I'm fully aware that not everybody does cook, you know, but it's interesting here that we see this energy of like making a meal, making something that you love, that you enjoy, and, you know, feeling that sort of abundance in that sense as well, and just being creative with it. I feel like many of you might be making more meals than being out as much, interestingly enough, as in eating out as much. So you might be eating just a little bit more home cooked food, or be experimenting with making your own food, things like that. That's what I see here. So this, I really hope this resonated with you, group number 3. Of course, if it does, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Check out the description box below for information on private paid readings, free reading giveaway, and of course intention items, which are on my website as well. And definitely do take care, everyone. I also have TikTok and Instagram if you wanted to follow me on there. I post short readings every single day, and definitely take care. Bye. All right, so now we go to last but never least, group number 4. Oh my gosh, the sun is like, ooh yeah, the sun is shining. All right, stay, okay. All right, group number 4. This is your reading with me for November 2021. The sun is shining now, which is amazing. It wasn't shining when we started, but here we are, just for you. All right, so we're going to have a look, see what's coming through for your month and what messages I can give you in regards to it. So we've got here actually the timer, which I think is very interesting. So I'm just going to put that right there, and we're going to have a look at your card to see what November really does hold for you. So we've got here the King of Pentacles. Wow. Okay. Well, isn't that really, really interesting? You have the King of Pentacles. Now, to be honest, you know what the King of Pentacles really does make me think of that's happening for you in November is the fact that there's so much personal stability. I feel like there is stability in your home, there is stability mentally, there is stability physically, emotionally, and also in terms of finances and friends. and love. There seems to be more stability coming your way. That doesn't mean that everything's perfect. It means that things are becoming a lot more stable, which means that you're starting to realize that without even having to do anything, you just have so much more that's working out for you, so much more that's coming together for you, and you just start to feel like, okay, like things are becoming so much more balanced. I feel like some of you may feel like time is running out though, Moonlight. Time is running out. Like, I don't have forever, I don't have forever. And I think that that could be potentially because some of you have felt like, you just need things like very soon, and you want things very, very soon. There's nothing wrong with, wanting things essentially in that sense, but I feel like some of you have put so much pressure on yourselves. Or even family could have put so much pressure on you where they're like, you need to be settled by this age, you need to do this by this age, and even society, society, yourself, your family, may have put pressure on you for many, many things, and so you feel like, I need this to be done by this time, I need to be this to be done by this time. And you know what, in November you're just kind of going with the flow. You're just going with the flow. You are fed up of feeling all of this pressure. You don't want to feel it anymore. You're like, no, don't need all of this pressure. I don't need to feel it all. I don't need to be feeling so intensely overwhelmed. It just is too much. Moonlight, it's too much. And so in November, what you're doing is you're just letting things come to you. And believe it or not, because you're doing that and not feeling so much of that pressure internally, you're giving space to the universe to have all of those manifestations actually start to work. And so what's happening for you in November is things are starting to progress, and you're kind of thinking to yourself, what? Like, this is doing the opposite. So say, for example, something happened between you and another person. I feel like because you're kind of just letting things go in November, it's more likely that that person can come towards you in November than if you were really intensely holding on to them, waiting for them, and wanting them. That is basically what I see here. If you wanted to, for example, just have something like buy a house, or you wanted a specific place to live, or you want to go traveling at a specific time and you were so desperate about it, because I feel in November you're so much more at peace with the fact that maybe this thing isn't really happening, boom, then there's a window of time where actually it can happen. And that's because you're not desperate for it. It's almost like desperation in November. The more you lessen it, the more it happens, as in, the more you lessen that energy of desperation, the more your manifestations start to progress, manifest, and work in your favor, which is so interesting. So I feel like if there's anything to learn here, is that actually desperation and attachment have kept you away from the things that you've wanted for a long time. And I think that that is so, so important to know here. So it's almost like, don't feel like time is running out. It's not running out. Look, the time is finished. Nothing blew up, nothing ended, nothing's over, right? I'm still here talking to you, you're still listening, most likely. So that's the thing, is that don't feel like you have to go according to all of these expectations. In fact, that can actually end up delaying things, believe it or not. So it's very interesting that. Okay, so yeah, I feel like there's definitely this energy here of someone romantically coming towards you, and it's because you feel so kind of at peace where you're not forcing things to happen, that more stability is coming your way in regards to love, and there's interest towards you. There's definitely romantic interest for sure, and there's this sense of attraction that somebody feels towards you. They want to talk to you, they want to progress things with you. They may even ask you out from what I'm seeing, and they want to spend time with you. And again, it's because you're not desperate, you just are kind of living in the present and enjoying your present and doing things that you can control, that you can focus on, like working hard and just doing what you can for yourself. I think that that's really working in your favor. I think it's so beautiful and amazing to see. Page of Swords, see, you're kind of just enjoying life, and like the Page, the Page is not the most serious person in the world, so this is about humor and fun. You may be watching a lot of like comedy shows and just having a blast, like just enjoying life. You might be watching like funny things on YouTube, and just laughter is the best medicine. And I feel like you're going to feel so much laughter and fun and excitement in November. You're just going to truly let go. Like that's the thing that I see here, is that you're just going to be like, you know what, I only live once. I want to watch my favorite things, I want to eat my favorite foods, I just want to enjoy life. And I think that that's the kind of mentality that you have in November. See, the Seven of Wands here shows that the more you are constantly trying to do things, the more you feel like you're dealing with friction and things aren't happening the way you want it to. And it's very true that actually when we stop trying so hard, sometimes things actually start working a little bit better. That's not to say that you should stop working hard and that maybe you shouldn't just go to work. I'm not saying that at all. It's more so about just recognizing that if there are certain things that you're trying to force, which feel so demanding on your soul, then it's really about giving yourself that space and time and doing what you can in the moment to also look after yourself. which is very important. Okay. Two of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, Queen of Swords, Star. Wow. See, the Queen of Swords is about you putting yourself first, looking after yourself, taking care of you. This is also about having so much more respect from people around you that perhaps before were not really being so progressive towards you, but perhaps not being so nice towards you. And here they are being so much more progressive, so much nicer, so much more kinder, so much more respectful. And I think that that's because you're putting that energy towards yourself as well. I really feel like there's a sense here of you putting yourself first, taking care of yourself, doing what you can for yourself. It's just allowing you to feel even better, you know, in the things that you're doing. I think actually that's pretty amazing, because in many ways you are definitely just becoming so much more stronger and happier, and you're doing what you can for you. And I think that that again is just so powerful and important as well, because ultimately you're trying to do the absolute most for you. Okay, so put yourself first, and just know that in November there is so much progression, happiness, joy, fulfillment, movement coming your way, in which you are starting to feel like your abundance is really progressing towards you. It's moving towards you. Time is not running out. It really honestly isn't. In fact, it's only running out if that's what your mind is constantly on, because then your mind's always on that, and then time literally is running out and things are getting delayed. You know what I mean? Like, if that's what you're putting your energy towards, that's what's happening. So try not to feel like time is running out, and just feel like, you know what, I have my life right now to enjoy the present, because the present is a present, and the universe will continue to give you these presents. All right, so November is all about perspective, and it's also about knowing that no, time is not running out. In fact, you do have time right now to do the things that you love, and you don't have to force things. In fact, forcing things will delay things, and letting things go and living in the here and the now is actually going to allow your manifestations and things to come towards you, because I feel like there's someone that comes towards you because you're just letting go, you're taking care of yourself, you're healing, you're putting yourself first, and boom, we see this energy coming towards you. We see more financial stability here also in November. So emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually, socially, and financially, so much is coming your way in November that it's happening as a result of you just living and letting go. That's literally it, you know. So I think it's really powerful to know. So let's have a look at the oracle cards. This is the self-love oracle. I'm going to take this one here. I don't know, I just felt, oh wow, I felt so connected. I was just like, I need to take that one. Okay, it makes a lot of sense actually. So let's keep going. One here. All right, so this one here says meditate, which I'm honestly not surprised about. You know what meditation is? Meditation is natural detachment. When you meditate, you're not forcing things to happen. You're just focusing on your breath and your body, or the meditation itself, and ultimately this just helps you to detach. We know that the key to the law of attraction is detachment, so meditation helps you tremendously to really connect to yourself, your soul, your spirit, and to not feel like you need to force things to happen. So I think that that is just so powerful and so incredible to see, because ultimately that's going to just help you so much in regards to the things that you're trying to also make happen, right? So meditation is going to help you so much. Basically, it's a form of really detaching and focusing on yourself, which is the main focus of this reading, because a lot of you are going to be doing a lot of, I feel, spiritual practices. You may also be healing, you know, from things that perhaps you've been thinking about that didn't really go to plan. You're also trying to do as much as you can for yourself by putting yourself first, especially with the Queen of Swords energy. The Queen of Swords has a crown that is made up of butterflies and also has a butterfly on her throne. This is about transformation. We also know as well that Queen of Swords has prayer beads wrapped around her wrist. She's very in tune with her faith and just letting things naturally progress and trusting the universe. So it's really about trusting the universe and trying to look after you. Okay, so meditation is a big one there, which I feel many of you will be doing. We have here the card Learn. So it says, expand your knowledge to expand your world. Seek out teachers of wisdom. Seek new knowledge to create broader perspectives. See, again, really feel like many of you will be doing a ton of research. You will be learning, you will be perhaps even studying, you may even be learning spiritual practices, ways in which you can heal and put yourself first, put yourself forward, look after yourself, do things that make you feel good, make you feel happy, make you feel content. And I really feel like you're going to be broadening your horizon. Some of you may even go onto YouTube and watch the videos of certain gurus and spiritual teachers or healers or spiritualists, and try to learn, you know, what you can also do for yourself in that sense. So you're learning, you're growing, you may also be literally studying. That would make a lot of sense here as well. Or you might be watching lots of educational documentaries and things like that, where you're learning so much more about the world around you and other things going on. So it's really interesting. November is definitely bringing you a lot of insights for sure in so many different aspects, trust me, personally and professionally. So this is your reading, of course. If this resonated with you, group number 4, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Check out the description box below for information on private paid readings, free reading giveaway, and of course intention items, which are on my website, which thousands of people have seen results with. So definitely check those out. And I also do have TikTok and Instagram. If you would like to follow me on there, all the information is down below, as well as I post readings on there every single day. I hope you all have a wonderful November, and definitely do take care as well, because I really see it's a good November. Okay, take care everyone. Bye.